How did EZ Elpee get in the game?
I was for me, I was a driver for Lord Finesse. Like, I was the only one with a car. Like, this was like 91, 2-ish. So me and Buck Wild was already friends because I was doing mixtapes, right? So while I was doing the mixtapes, Buck was like, you know, he started expanding on his equipment and all this other shit. And then he was like, all right, yo, you be around us every day. Like, you should just do beats just like me and Lord Finesse. Then I was just like, why? He was like, cause we all doing it and we be together every day. So it'd be cool. Like, just do it. And he was like, yo, I'm going to give you my old piece of equipment. You just give me whatever the amount of money was. And then he was like, yo, you could go get you Elise's HR 15 or 16, one of them two numbers. And he was like, yo, you could start there. Then when you get some paper, then you could go get you an SB 1200. And I was like, okay. So I was just like, it was just like one of them, like, all right, well, y'all do it. I'm around y'all. I mean, I hear what y'all do, but you know. So then he says, so it kind of starts unfolding. So I end up getting the it was an S950, and I got that from Buck. Or was it 900? It was a 950. I got an S950 from Buck, and then I had the HR16, and then I was out of job, and I lost, like, I was in the transition of losing it basically. So they gave me like this furlough. They was like, all right, cool, you're provisional. So what we gonna do? Because I was working for the city. They was like, so since you provisional and you didn't pass the test or whatever, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars. I think it might have been maybe like $7,500. They was like, and we're gonna give you unemployment for, I think it was 6 months or a year. And so I was like, well, shit. Well, I might as well just do music, huh? So I had kind of started a little bit, but I was like, I don't know how this gonna go. But then it was just like, well, fuck it, let me just take the chance. I ain't got no kids. I don't have no responsibilities. And I was with them every day. So I think what happened was, in between that process, I sold my car. And when I got the money for the car, I got that 1200. And then I think I lost the job like not too far after that. So then I just kind of started doing beats. So I would go to the studio with Buck every night, because at that time, Buck's first placement was, his real first placement was the Diamond D track with Sadat X. You Can't Front. It was You Can't Front. So he was doing other stuff, but that was the first record where it was just like, yo, man, this record hard. But then, you know, in the fold of all of that, you know, Big L was around us every day. Big L was doing his album. That nigga never picked a beat from me. He was like, I don't like your beats. And I was like, damn. So it's like, I had that, you know, I had the early complex of, you suck. I was like, all right, cool. So Big L never picked no beats. I was in all the OC Sessions Word Life album, the whole album. I gave him beats, nothing picked. I was just like, it's like depressing. So I just kind of kept going. So one night, we used to fuck with Big, right? So we used to be on the phone with Big. It used to be Big, Finesse, Buck Wild, and me, and then we used to be snapping on the phone for like hours. So then once Big record took off, it's like, yo, I got this group. I need y'all to pull up and play me some beats. So I'm trying to get Junior M.A.F.I.A album going. Oh. So it was OG, because OG had a car. It was me, it was Buck, and it was Finesse. So like everybody went before me. I was last. And we was in Big Room and they picked Get Money. And we was all like so we went to the car and said, did Big just pick that beat? And they was like, yeah, it sound like it. Yo. And then it started right there. So like, it was crazy because like when I did Get Money, it had drums on top of it and everything. And Big was like, by the time we got to the studio, he was like, yeah, take those drums off. You just gonna use the raw loop. I said, He was like, yeah, let's use the raw loop. I was like, fuck it, the raw loop. Placement's a placement. I don't give a fuck. So we was in the studio all night. Man. That beat was playing for like 8 hours. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And Big finally laid his vocals about 4 o'clock in the morning. And it was just like, yo, we had like 3-4 sessions on that particular record. And then, that's where it started at. Atlantic Records was like, they heard about the record. Reef Tulo was like, man, this record, this is it. I was like, yo, you like it like that? He was like, yeah. So, but when we was in the studio, I was like, yo, Big, you need to clean this record up, man, so it could be on the radio. He was like, this shit ain't going on no radio. What is you talking about? I was like, okay. Well, you see how that happened. That didn't work, right? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was kind of like that, and then, then my career started.
Trap man.